Good morning, day 71. I am heading out from Vermont Route 12 and making it over to Hartford, West Hartford, where I'll get picked up. And let's see where I've got going on here. Wait for that car to pass. Crossing over Route 12 here now. Head up into the woods over there. Got several steep climbs, steep up and steep downs today. Like 3 or 4 of them. So it should be about a 13.4 mile day. After yesterday, I'm really hoping I can make it that far. Yesterday was really a tough day. But said goodbye to Anne. Greatly appreciate all her support she gave me. My glory, slack packed over 80 miles because of her. So it was wonderful having that support. And now I have Freda helping me out, her and her husband Eric. And it'll be a couple days of slack packing that I'll be able to do through them. A beautiful day. It's supposed to be another gorgeous weather-wise. I mean, it's going to get really hot. I mean, to me, the upper 70s. But it's not supposed to rain at all today. But starting out right now with one of those nice early morning steep climbs. My first view of the day. See the hills back there, and hard to see in my picture, but some of the farms. Coming up on Stage Road. So far the trail has been great on the feet, rather overgrown in sections, but great on the feet. Move along here. A little stream crossing here. And then back into the jungle, as I call it. These super high weeds. Well, at least these aren't in my face. The group just a little bit earlier, I mean, they were all in my face. You couldn't even see where to put your feet. I don't know what it is, but today my legs feel like they weigh 100 pounds. What causes that to happen? Yesterday they felt great. Today they just feel like 100 pounds. Oh, little walkway or a roadway. I think this is the little blaze up here. Yep. Ooh. Continuing the climb. Like I said, there are a lot of steep ups and downs today. But at least the trail is good under the feet. Could be rocks and roots and worse, but at least it's just steep ups and downs and a good trail. Up ahead there is Metro and Alpha-Gal. When I came down to the first road crossing, I think, I don't know, Sage Road or whatever it was, Alpha-Gal's wife was there. She's been supporting them the whole way up. Now, they mainly full pack. Very rarely do they slack pack, but they mainly full pack. And she just goes ahead and meets them at a road crossing. And then they eat, snacks, whatever, and on they go. But yeah, so they're going the same direction I am today. And they've already passed me. So I'm going to fall behind them, see if maybe I can try to keep up with their pace. So far we've only been doing flat and downhill, but we'll see when it comes to uphill if I can try to keep up with them. They have over 1,700 miles under their feet. And yeah, this is bouncing all around because I'm bouncing on the trail. Stream down there. My phone will probably focus on the trees and not the stream. We're coming up to it. Yeah, nice little stream. You got the cable across there. You can't see it on my picture barely, but in case you wanted to go that way, but looks like there's a way around it over here. You don't have to go up that way. Well, sitting here on a bench, I can see the point, the top. Hold still, Heather. Way over there is Killington Mountain, where I summited yesterday. A very nice area through here. Level. Soft on the feet. I tell you, I know I say it every video, these steep climbs, but when am I ever going to get used to them? And when am I ever going to be able to go up them like I don't know, just a regular hike and not always be exhausted trying to climb them? I mean, at some point my legs have to have enough muscle to do this. It's driving me crazy. Stopping on the side here for a little bit of lunch. I've got some trail magic. It's a blackberry Dr. Pepper. That's pretty interesting. But Alpha Gal, his wife, was handing out trail magic. So I got a Dr. Pepper, a blackberry Dr. Pepper. I'm going to have it with my sandwich. So I just stopped for lunch, sat on a guardrail on a side road here, little dirt road. And there's a guy named Scott there, and you could tell he was day packing. And he was starting to tell me about some treasure hunt that's going on. I guess it's all across the USA. Some guy put 5 different treasure boxes out across the USA, and he wrote a book about it with clues in it for people to go out and try and find these boxes. So he's determined that he thinks one of them is somewhere in this area here. So for the last 40 days, well, 38 days, he's been out here trying to find this treasure box. And it's just amazing listening to him. Oh, so tired. Clues he has and why he thinks it's here. And it was just so interesting. So my 10 or 15 minute break has turned into a 40-minute break while I sat there listening to him. So now I got to get a hold of Fred and let her know I'm going to be much later than initially anticipated. I'm barely halfway there. I just came across a Sobo through hiker, so the southbound through hiker. Her trail name is Crochet, and she's from Australia. We were just discussing uphills. She's having a very hard time with the uphills as well. She did have a brace on her knee. I'm hoping everything will be fine for her and she's successful at her through hike. Coming into another meadow area with a bit of a view. Pretty flowers along here. There's a post way down there with the white blaze on it. So that means I am going through all this tall grass, weeds, flowers, whatever you want to call all this, to get down to that pole way down there. Now, the good thing is that for today, it hasn't been raining, so the trail is dry. That is a good thing. So I'm not getting soaking wet by the tall grass. It smells lovely. The fragrance is awesome out here. It is hot. It's supposed to be in the upper 70s today. I think a high of 78. It's definitely hot. I like to use Element, LMNT, as my electrolytes. And I must have left them at the Wicked Way Station Hostel when I put one in my bottle before I left there. Because I still had about 10 packs of them, and I can't find them anywhere. So I have a feeling I left them sitting on the counter after I opened one and dumped it into my liter bottle. So I don't know if it's something that can be bought in town. I've never seen it for sale in town, only online. So I think what I'm going to have to do is order it online so it gets to the house in time for the kids to bring it up with them when they come to the wedding. Since I'll meet everybody at the wedding, they can bring it with them, and that way I'll have it. Coming out to another meadow area I get to walk through. There's a blaze down there on a pole. And if I can slowly follow along without shaking here, I think there was another one at the far end of the field. Right there. That's the second one, so I'll be walking around the edge of the field. And up here a little bit, there's a view. I believe that's looking to the south, I believe. I just met two southbound through hikers. Their names were Snacks and Hootie, and they left Katahdin, Mount Katahdin, on the 1st of June. So they got through all the whites, got through obviously Maine, New Hampshire, and they would have gotten into Vermont today. So 2 of the states are done for them. That's awesome. That's awesome. But they looked fresh. I don't know what else to call it other than that. They're, a spring in their step and young and bouncing around. That was nice. I told them another Sobo hiker I passed earlier named Crochet was about 1.5 miles in front of them, and they're like, oh good, we've almost caught up to her. We've heard all about her. But it's a beautiful day still. It's a little warm, but the breeze. Every now and then when you get on the west side of the mountain, you get the breeze. It's been very nice. The terrain of the trail has been perfect. I just can't get my legs to work. I've tripped, not fallen down, but I've tripped about 5 times already. Not picking my feet up high enough, catching them on a root. I don't know what they're for, but there's all these rope things and some lines, like black cables. So I'm wondering if they're tapping in to get the syrup. I don't know if these are maple trees, but they're tapping in to get the syrup, and then it leads into a black, bigger tube line, and maybe takes it somewhere down the hill. But they're all over the side of this hill. All these tubes like this. They're tapped into the tree, I'm guessing. That makes me wonder if they're collecting maple syrup. I just met a southbound section hiker named Hero. He and a hiking partner did a through hike of the AT in 2023. That was the year they had really heavy rains, bad rain, a lot of rain, and had people get off the trail. They did a mandatory evacuation from the trail. So he didn't get to finish that year. So he is out here now, took a leave of absence from work, and he's out here this year finishing up the miles he had left to do to make it a complete hike. So he'll, once he gets to the beginning of Vermont area, the Vermont-Massachusetts border there, he is going to have completed his hike. So it was good to see him. Today was his first day out, and he was huffing and puffing, but he's going to make it. It was pretty cool. I'm breaking the woods here with a little bit of a view to the east. Nice house down there. Talk about crazy. The trail literally has you walking this road with no shoulder. On either side, there's no shoulder. And you're walking this all the way down into a town. Man, this is nuts. I'm coming into West Hartford. A beautiful river. There's some people swimming down there. Ooh-wee, bet that water's cold. Well, I made it to 13.4 miles today. A lot of steep ups and a lot of steep downs. But again, the trail was perfect. I've learned a lot of rocks or roots, a little bit of mud here and there, but overall it was a good trail. I'm at the West Hartford Public Library waiting on my pickup. Tomorrow I'll do some more slack packing, almost 10 miles. It's a 9-point-some mile day to get into Hanover. And then I have to pull up a new map on the Far Out app to take a look and see where I'll be going after that. So I hope everybody had a great day. My day's been good. And today being the 5th of July, it would have been a happy birthday, Dad, your 100th birthday. All right, talk to y'all later.